All right, all right. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Thank you all for joining us here today. We will be presenting some of the work that we and the team have been doing behind the scenes for the banana stand. So we want to get in front of you guys, give you guys an update what it is that we all have been working on, and really share with you all um, a little bit of what is going on to get your feedback and an understanding of where we're at. So to start us off, we'll kind of share an agenda here of what to expect today. So we will touch on our vision for the banana stand. We constantly like to reiterate what it is that we're doing, why we're doing it, what some of our vision is. We'll briefly touch on the roadmap and where we are with regards to that. And then we'll really get into the fun stuff and some of the things that you all probably have not yet seen, with some of the design work that's been going on to update the different screens and the experience that we have within the banana stand, the introduction of like the design system that we're looking to implement for MonkeDAO as a whole, not just for the banana stand, but ultimately to standardize our look, feel, and experience across the different applications eventually, that we're building within the DAO. So we'll touch on that. Then we'll spend a little bit of time. Hopefully, Disher will be able to join us there. I know that he was tied up with a little bit of IRL work stuff, but there's a couple items that we want to touch on with regards to the technical footprint and the work that the team is doing there, and some of the vision that we have around how we want to evolve the technical practice within the DAO. And then ultimately we'll be open for questions and discussion at the end. If you have any questions in the meantime, just please drop it in the chat, and we'll probably pause and address it if there's something pressing. If not, we'll also address and have an open session at the end of the session here today, that anybody can kind of dive into. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So you may have seen the slide before. I think we've presented it a few times throughout the different town halls that we've held, but ultimately it's just reestablishing and reiterating over and over again what it is that our vision is with the banana stand and some of the key areas and the pillars that we want to focus on, for what we are building and going to eventually evolve the platform to. There's obviously a lot of thought and a lot of research and a lot of experimentation in thought processes that we undergo as we work through on a daily basis to draft up the designs, to discuss how we build things the way that we build them. So yeah, everything ultimately ladders back up to this vision, which is we want the banana stand to become a central trusted hub, helping members navigate and manage all things MonkeDAO related, all things MonkeDAO related in a manner that enhances and ultimately evolves your membership experience, both digitally and physically. So this ultimately translates across not only what your experience is like within the digital realm, across Discord, Telegram, Twitter, different socials, but also how we connect those experiences and ultimately leverage this platform to enhance your experience when you go and connect IRL with other monkeys, be it at flagship events such as Breakpoint or NFT NYC, or how there was that the summit over in Asia just this past week. Also integrating and connecting our local chapters and what that experience looks like and how we enhance that through the banana stand. Ultimately driving towards this vision where banana stand becomes a personalized monkey concierge of sorts. Ultimately, we want you all to be connected with other monkeys. We want you to be rewarded for being an active member and participant within this ecosystem, really driving in on that Web3 country club vision and making your experience and membership value as meaningful as possible. So the areas that we really focus on are these three here: rewarding and recognizing members. So this is all through how we recognize who you are, what you do, and what you contribute within the monkey ecosystem, and making sure that there is value returned to you in one way or another. This is, of course, done through different raffles and product drops. In the future, obviously, we're going to have more merch, different art drops from artists within our community. discussing and looking at how we can bring IRL subscription services into our Monkey network as well. Won't dive too much into that, as you know, a lot of things are currently going on in the background, so I don't want to spill too much. But yeah, essentially imagine your experience of being a Monkey holder more than just simply a barrel drop or a barrel raffle within the banana stand, but rather a full-fledged experience of different ways that we can reward you as a member. This, of course, spans well beyond just what we have available currently within our treasury or within our current repository of items, but also how we connect and create partnership agreements with different dApps and different products and different services, and integrating our Build with MonkeDAO programs as well. So a lot of cool stuff going on there, but ultimately, in order to do that, we have to have a strong foundation in which we can recognize and reward you as a member within this community. Another key element of that is making sure that you're all connected. You know, one of the biggest value props that we have within MonkeDAO is the network that we've created here. The different members that you get access to, the different people you can tap into, the different individuals that can help you grow your business, start a startup, invest in your opportunities. We obviously have different ways that we connect members through local chapters and IRL presences and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, ultimately, what are we doing to try to drive that experience and make that a lot more seamless for you as a member? And then, you know, all of this is not possible and not very effective if we don't have a clear and persistent way to make this as seamless and easy for you to tap into as possible. So making sure that you're always informed, making sure that we give you all the relevant information at the right time in a centralized way, in an easy to digest manner. So different ways that we want to explore with different integrations and different engagement aspects to that. So yeah, that's high level overview. There's a lot we can dive into each of these elements. We won't spend too much time on that now unless somebody has a specific question about those items. But yeah, ultimately the whole idea of like, how do we create this banana stand to become a centralized, trusted hub for you as a member within the MonkeDAO ecosystem. Next up, we'll touch on the roadmap, which we previously shared a few weeks ago here. As you can see here, it's broken down into a few different segments. Ultimately, there was a bunch of our migration enhancements, which is we've undergone the migration. We've transferred all the code from our recent purchase of the platform from the Interlace team. The team has been actively working on updating all of our integrations into our infrastructure, all the different services and tooling that we use with that, as well as redesigning some of the pain points that we have within the platform today that a lot of members have raised around our different, as we call them, like the quests. So identifying when you get your bananas, how you get rewarded, what do you need to do to link your Twitter, like all those sort of things. So you'll see TWX is actually going to share some really cool designs that we're working on that we'll be rolling out sooner rather than later with regards to some of the enhancements that we've done within that, as well as reimagining and redesigning the shop experience. So how you are able to purchase raffle tickets, how you interact with the different items that we have within the banana stand. Obviously, our longer term vision is to somehow also integrate with our actual shop that you can actually purchase merch items and stuff from, obviously coming at a later date, so we won't dive too much into that. But yeah, ultimately, everything that we're doing in how we redesign this foundation is to enable future evolution that you can see through these other pillars or these other milestones that we have within the roadmap here. Next up, we'll have, and quickly following up, you'll also see in here today when TWX is going to share some of the designs around us introducing an actual profile within your banana stand where you can include a bit of a bio. This is going to further lead into having a membership catalog, integrating and bringing back to life our previous monkey maps that we used to have to kind of identify the different regions and locales of our members. Obviously, this is instrumental and a critical aspect to us building out and evolving the local chapter vision that the team is working on as well. So all of that kind of comes together with the new features and membership experiences that we want to enable, which will down the road lead to further integrations like potentially a passport and all that sort of stuff, like a monkey passport of different interactions of different digital events that you attended, IRL events, all that sort of stuff. Web3 integrations, this is coming later, but it is something that we're actively making sure that our development is scalable and robust to enable this sort of future integration. As we come up to it, you'll kind of see this a little bit, or we'll touch on it when we chat a little bit about the architecture work and the whole API structure and vision that we have that we're setting forth there. And this is really where we integrate with different products and services, protocols and services that we can partner with and work with in the ecosystem, as well as our Build with MonkeDAO grantees, and leveraging and driving both engagement from our members through to these platforms and rewarding you as a result of being engaged and integrating with that. Monkey ecosystem consolidation. At this stage, this is where we really take the entire footprint of all the MonkeDAO products and services and really build upon the foundation that we're setting forth now. So this is really building and consolidating our technical footprint when it comes to like our website, our Monkey builds, our design system site, essentially every element and aspect of the DAO to be built on top of this foundation that we're level setting now. And ultimately, hopefully in the future, we get to a state where this becomes a mobile first experience through some sort of Monkey Concierge app. At a very, very high level, that is speed run through the roadmap within each of these elements. There's other slides, which there was in a previous announcement, which you can go back to and kind of see the different features that make up the building blocks to getting to this vision. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, feel free to drop them here, ask later in the presentation, or feel free to ping me at any point. But yeah, ultimately the idea and the vision is building a platform that is robust and drives the most elegant and powerful experience for you as a monkey. That's the roadmap. Any questions at this point before we move on to what I think is going to be one of the most exciting parts of this demo day today? If there's no questions, I will actually stop sharing here for now and hand it over to TWX to take us through a bunch of the design work and the design
really?
that he's been building.
You can put your one.
Sorry, did somebody have something to say?
I'm in a hot mic.
Jemmy, are you unmuted or? Oh, he's unmuted. All right, TWX, over to you.
Hey everyone, cool, thanks man. So just bear with me, I'm just going to make sure I can share the screen. Cool, wait 1 second. Should be sharing. Oh, good.
Yep, I can see it.
Cool. All right, everyone. So we have been working on banana stands, and this is basically where we're up to. You're seeing some things that the team hasn't even seen, because this is actually our team meeting time usually. So it'd be cool to run through this with all of you. So this is banana stands as we are currently building it. So I think, as Moon mentioned before, we're focusing on a number of things at the moment, just to make sure we get these ones just right in terms of a foundation. So we've got like the tasks which currently exist, which we're currently calling quests. We've got the shop, and we've got the profile. So let's start with quests. So this is our quests page. You can kind of see we've gamified it a little bit more, and we've put a bit more focus into how you can achieve the quests, also explaining a little bit more information about the quests and so on. So at the moment we've broken it into different sections, and so for example, as you know, there are a number of daily quests. So we've got these ones here, and it also gives you, if we can get this, we will have some sort of information about when these daily quests refresh. Same concept as the weekly quests, like Town Hall, for example. Over here, you've got your banana zones over different time frames, and yeah, individual quests. So say, for example, you wanted to know a little more about an individual quest, so you can just tap on or click on the quest itself. It'll explain a little bit more information about the quest, something that we're trying to add a little into these sort of information pop-ups is specific requirements for the quests. If you think about the PFP one on Twitter, for example, it needs to be linked to your Twitter account, but it also needs to be detected. So if we can, bring this information forward to you, it should, solve a lot of issues in terms of people wondering what part are they missing in terms of completing these quests. Also, we have a breakdown of the bananas. As you can see, say for example, you were earning 18 bananas in total. How is that made up? And so, for example, if someone's holding a Gen 2 and a Gen 3 monkey, you could have both of these 10 and 8 banana calculate these elements for the calculation. So, the
How's everything been?
pop-up here.
I think somebody was
Go back to that one. So
muted. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, TW. Sorry, I think somebody was just accidentally unmuted. TWX, you still there? Probably just has some connection issues. Yes, I see that now. While we wait, I'll. So it's tough to. We don't have an exact timeline on when this will be available. It's probably likely towards, at earliest, probably closer to the end of the year that we are probably in a position to start integrating. To get us to that state, there's first and foremost a bunch of these enhancements that we want to roll out with the reestablishment of our technical architecture for the platform. Which is what we're actively working on right now, followed by making sure that these quests can be scaled out and integrated with our partners through the Build with MonkeDAO program. So we have a few different grantees who are going to be looking to reward monkeys for engaging and interacting with their different platforms. So that will come thereafter. And then there's a few other core features that we'll want to roll out to really prove and establish the value to other parties, or you as monkeys as well, if you want to leverage it for your own projects. One of the benefits of being a monkey holder is you may get access to this platform to leverage and use for your own projects, with some unique benefits for being a holder. So yeah, tough to give an exact timeline on that. So I don't want to set any false expectations. But ambitiously, we would be targeting towards probably the end of the year as a rough timeline. So don't hold that as like a written in stone date. Probably not a PM IRL in a previous life. Yeah, for sure. So we can touch a little bit on this. We'll also have after the design section, which we may tweak around depending on. Just gonna ping TWX as well. I think he's just having some Discord issues. But with regards to the backend, so there's a lot of work that we're doing there to ensure that we have scalability for when we build these integrations and features. So one of the core elements to that, and Adolnimus is here as well. He's the developer on our team helping out with that as well, and Distro, who will probably be joining us shortly. But ultimately, we're rebuilding an entire API infrastructure to enable the scalability of these platforms in the future. We have a diagram which we'll show here in a little bit as well to kind of give you a better sense of that technical architecture of what it looks like, what we are trying to do with that. But ultimately, over the last month and a bit here since we took over the platform, there's a few different things that we've done. So one, we've had to reconnect and integrate all of our different services. So there's a bunch of different services that we use from our RPCs with Helios. We use like different infrastructure for our development deployments like Railway, and we're rebuilding this a whole API architecture, which Adonis can probably speak to more of the technicals than I can, to be honest with you. So maybe I'll give him a minute here to do that as well. But in addition to that, we're also exploring and have been spending some time on doing assessments on the different services that we use to integrate with our social accounts. So as you know, right now we only have banana rewards for displaying your PFP on Twitter. So we are kind of limited there. We obviously want to unlock and expose more opportunities and bring back some of the initial capabilities that we've had in the past where you would actually get rewarded for different engagement, be it likes or retweets on social tweets or posts or whatever on Twitter. So we've been assessing a few different new services that we can potentially leverage and use for that. So that's been ongoing, as well as some other work that we've been doing around other integrations and things that we want to do for Monkey. So exploring the world of LSTs and how we can set up an infrastructure and a system where if you have your wallet connected and you have an LST, say for example, you give into like VSOL or something like that, which gets allocated a portion to the MonkeDAO validator. You can get rewarded with bananas for that. So there's a lot of like discussions with multiple different teams to try to understand the integrations and interactions and requirements that are required for that, in addition to just the foundational work with setting up our infrastructure and integrations. So yeah, there's a lot there. I know that it may seem like quite a bit of time. I bet like 6 months from now towards the end of the year. Tough to say that it'll take that long. We hope that it's not going to take that long. There's going to be a lot of like new stuff. Oh, TWX, where are you talking and you didn't see? Yeah, we lost you as soon as you were going through bananas. Sorry. So you're going to have to run that through again. Sorry, TWX. So yeah, a bunch of that foundational work to set that up, which we'll talk to in a little bit here. We have a couple slides which we'll touch on the technical stuff, and hopefully Dish will be with us at that time as well, and he can speak to it a little bit more in depth if you're interested in the actual technical aspect of it. I can give you a high level product aspect of it, but the team is smarter than I am. So yeah, TWX, if you are back and you can hear us, we will ask you to please run that back, because yeah, we missed probably the majority of it. Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
TWX, you might need to like completely exit and come back. I've had this happen a few times while I was in town hall. So
Yeah, TWX, but maybe. Yeah. maybe while we wait for TWS to set that up, Adolmus, do you want to come up? Maybe just top up if you have anything else to add with regards to some of the technical work. Oh, another thing as well that we've been working on, which Adolmus can tap into as well, so I'll steal his thunder a little bit. We've rebuilt essentially our Discord bot integrations. That's the bot that we use for like recognizing reactions in the Discord, as well as like whenever you react with bananas, as well as if you know our Monkey Assets channel, that we will have like a pretty cool new update rolling out for that as well. So that's incremental to the banana stand, but will be a pretty cool experience that Adolmus has been working on that will be rolling out pretty soon as well. So looks like TWX, are you back? Can you hear us? You're muted if you're talking.
You hear me? Is that a bit?
Yes, you're back. Yeah, we missed that whole thing after you were explaining and showing the display of bananas on the daily and weekly on the first screen.
On quests.
Yes, on quests.
Let me retry that. We'll see if that works. Okay, sorry about that. I finished and didn't realize that no one was even listening. Can you see the stand?
The beauty of live demos.
Yeah, good times. Can you see it now?
Yes, yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Maybe just like give me audio feedback to make sure you I'm still here. Okay, so quests, we've gone past that. Did I click on a quest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were explaining the Twitter with the different rules to make up that quest. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So next we have the banana breakdown. Pick straight up. So say for example we've got 18 bananas here, right? The idea of the breakdown is to give you more information about how much you're earning and where it's coming from. So here, if you've got a Gen 2 and a Gen 3, you can get bananas for both. And that's basically the quest info. So we'll move out of this one. And if you just saw that here, basically if you complete a quest, the idea is that it moves down out of the way so you can see which ones that you still need to complete. You've also got a sort of progress bar here. And yeah, the idea is, I guess, we're not trying to not hide, but with the current version, you can't see what you have and haven't completed at the same time. You have to kind of switch in between. So we're just trying to make everything a little bit more accessible on one page. But that's quests. So next we have shop, and here's the shop. So basically with the shop, let's go on the sidebar here. We've got the bananas that you currently have. You can search through the shop. You've got your categories, which is something we've just currently made these up at the moment. They're not completely finalized. You kind of get the idea that you can filter them by clicking on these here. You've got the exclusive drops, which is a name that we're still coming up with. The idea, at least, being that what you should be able to see some things that might be exclusive to your particular situation, whether that's your holdings or where you are in the world or something like that. And so that's kind of what that represents here. Here's the main area for the shop. We have just highlighting some of the information. Here's the category. If it's a new one, it could potentially be at the top of the shop so everyone sees it. Here's another thing just showing might be an exclusive drop for particular people, which is this thing here. Rest of the information, you've got how much it costs, you've got how many you've got left available to purchase. Here's the limit per person, and so on. Here's an example of one that's sold out. Say, for example, you wanted to know a bit more about an item, you can click on the item, just the same as the quest. You've got a bunch of images, extra images if you needed to, more information, and you can also change the quantity of the item that you're purchasing at this point. Say, for example, you just wanted one, you can add to cart, and here's the cart. Yeah, so you can also change the quantity here as well, and so we'll do that next. Airdrop wallet, because at the moment we want to try and avoid the idea of you having to select a wallet every time. And so you can close out of the cart and add other things. So now you can add more than one item to a cart, different items, sorry. And also you can change the quantities. And so once you've done that, you can then buy. Purchase complete. Tells you the wallet that it's going to. So I just realized that shouldn't be a drop down. It should just tell you this is the wallet that it's going to. Total and how much you have remaining. You can also view your purchase history, which is something that we will go over next. So we can close that from here. So if I open this, we have profiles and history. So let's go to the profiles first. So this is currently what we have for profiles. Just like a public view of who you are basically as a monkey. So you've got your information about yourself, currently your location as well, which is something that we could tie into monkey maps, for example. When you joined, how long you've been here, bananas, the current all time, rank as well, which is ties into that whole leaderboard concept, which is something that we definitely want to build upon further. It just currently doesn't exist in the design right now. Interest as well, and your monkey collection. Oh, and your socials up here, and the ability to share the profile. That's currently what's on order for the profiles. And we also have history, which is, it's a collection of just all of your interactions with Banana Stand. So whether that be a quest completion or maybe a purchase, we definitely want to expand upon this so you have just a much better idea of all of your interactions within Banana Stand, because it's really helpful for you to understand, for example, I bought this sticker pack, where is it? The idea being that we could maybe add some information in terms of shipping info and all that sort of stuff. Or, did I complete this quest yesterday? I didn't, I don't know. So you can go in and check the history and find out if you did or not. Also, we've got these sort of, not drop downs, accordions. So you can find out a little bit more information about each item as well. And yeah, that's really all we have in the history and the designs for Banana Stand. It's all coming together quite nicely. Still really early stages, so all of this is something that we can just build right now and then work upon and iterate basically. So if you have any feedback or any ideas, then do shout out. But otherwise, yeah, thanks for the opportunity to show you where we are at the moment. It's pretty exciting.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you, TWX, for that presentation. And a couple other things that I'll touch on here, that in addition to obviously the design work and everything that we're doing here, some of the work going back to what some of the team has been working on behind the scenes as well when it comes to technical aspects of this is, right now, if you're aware, all of our items that get loaded on the Banana Stand, we have to manually fulfill them, where every time there's an item purchased, we manually transfer them over through squads and then go through the entire processing, and it's all kind of done manual. So we've done a little bit of analysis and work on understanding how we can actually integrate with our squad's wallet or squad's APIs and interfaces, so that we can streamline that a little bit. Over time, we want to obviously drive towards making this a lot more automated and enabling it so that things are a lot more seamless. But yeah, so that's something else that's been that we've been working on with regards to that. I see somebody asked the question for badges. So actually, it's funny you bring that up. So after the profile and history work that TWX has been doing here, this week we actually I and him have to connect on going through and reviewing the requirements for badges. So things with badges that we want to do, there's obviously a whole spectrum of areas or ways that we want to evolve badges. So we'll be discussing through a bunch of those requirements, and that will be the next design element that comes up after this. Within that, as well, as you are probably aware, we had that proposal from DGen Donkey that went up with regards to locking up your monkeys for boosted bananas or whatever it may be, whatever that logic is that we still have yet to figure out. with regards to requirements, but that's something as well that will be tacked on to badges as well. So yes, badges. We know badges are in hot demand, and people would love to hear when that's coming. So that is definitely one of the next areas of design work that we'll be picking up. And as we have these design screens that you've all seen TWX present here, we are beginning, obviously, the development and the coding for all of that. So that will be rolled out on a continuous basis as we evolve, like our continuous delivery model that we're working on as well. So yeah, things will become a lot more seamless, and we will be getting those out. Badges, we may try to do these demo sessions on a monthly basis, TBD. So don't hold me to it. We'll figure it out as we have things to update and share back with the community. We'll be doing these on a semi-regular basis to keep you all updated. So badges will probably come through the next demo session. So stay tuned. We've been discussing them. We've been thinking about them. We just, everything in sequence, right? So regarding, what was the question here regarding monkey animations? Regarding monkey animations,
it's off topic. We'll.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Moon. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So yeah, that's our designs that we have to share here today. Hopefully that was informative and exciting to see. Just giving you all this overview. As we roll this out, we'll obviously produce like some material for everybody to be up to date and aware on what's changing, when it's changing. So it won't just be randomly dropped on you all. We'll make sure that you guys are all up to date as these changes roll out into production. So do stay tuned. That will be coming over time, over the next short while here as well. Yeah, let me start sharing my screen again. And next up is distro here. Maybe not. If not, I'll go top on the and chat through some of the architecture and development items. If Distro joins us, he can speak a little bit more to it. Anonymous, if you have something to add as well, you can come up as well. But ultimately, I'll run through a couple slides here just to kind of give you guys a sense of where we are at currently in terms of our current state with our technical health and like our technical infrastructure and what the things are we're working on and where we're seeking to go with that. So, what's our current state look like? So in our current state, we are built as a community-owned project. We are a DAO. We have a bunch of different apps, technologies, infrastructures. There's different owners. Everything's kind of been disparate up until now. We obviously have things like the website, Monkey Brains, this banana stand, the website, the design site, like all these different things. So everything's kind of disparate, and it's very hard to make changes as everything is fragmented. Everything has its own design pattern, its own design system, built in separate repositories, connected to different RPCs and different databases and different infrastructure providers and all that sort of stuff. So one of the big things is obviously it makes it hard for us to move quick and be able to deliver on an experience that we all expect to get out of our experiences here. So in addition to that, as you all saw, the Banana Stand platform up until now has very much been built as a pretty typical Web 2 product, if you want to call it that. Like, we have limited integrations when it comes to our Web 3 integration. So as I briefly touched on previously, we want to integrate with, for example, squads. We want to bring and introduce a wallet aspect to it so that when you perform and like sign up, or you get drops on the Banana Stand, or you get badges and rewards, all those things we want to quote unquote web 3ify it. So this idea, we are very lucky to be building on Solana, where we have a lot of cool capabilities and features where we can do a lot of cool things directly on chain to really bring your NFTs and your profiles and the experiences to life. So that's one thing that we will definitely want to work towards. The idea of no clear vision that unifies the experience, this ties back to the item that I touched on as well, where we want to make sure that all of our platform services and experiences end to end for your monkey journey is unified, and there's a consistent look and feel and experience as you navigate our ecosystem. That ties into the last part, where it's not very easy to navigate across all of our different apps and services. So one key area that we currently reside in and we're trying to fix is addressing that pain point. So what's it look like where we want to be? We want to essentially be built to be a community-led studio. We want you as a member within the Monkey ecosystem to be able to contribute to the work that we're doing. We want to be able to have a platform and a system where we can launch, or you can propose a new product, a new feature, a new service, and you could very, very easily and seamlessly bring that experience to production. We will give you the foundation and the infrastructure and the tools when it comes to your design system to use to make sure it's a unified look and feel. The API work that the team is doing in how we deploy and how we integrate our different infrastructure and technology and services along a core platform that you can simply submit a PR to our repos where, for example, the team can review it and you can quickly deploy a new product, feature, or service within the Monkey ecosystem. And this all flows into this idea of having a single repository for this core infrastructure and apps. Everything obviously ties back to our vision. We are a Web3 community, and we want to have a Web3 first mindset when it comes to how we build, deploy, and deliver products and experiences to our community and ultimately to the ecosystem at large. A lot of what we build and a lot of what we want to build for our community is with this idea that it is a beneficial value add to the broader ecosystem as well. So going back to the question that was asked at the beginning of this call of like, do we want to see this banana stand platform potentially be used by other parties and be white label or whatever it may be? Yes, that is definitely what we want to work towards, right? We want to make sure that what we're building hopefully in the future can become potentially a revenue generating opportunity for the DAO, where we can offer products and services to the broader ecosystem. But within that, there's of course going to be certain products, features, and services that are completely open source and are open contributions to the DAO and for you as community members to tap into and leverage for your own projects and experiences that you may be trying to create if it's something outside of MonkeDAO as well. So that's kind of the whole idea of why we're building towards this vision and towards this pattern, if we want to call it that. Ultimately, this sets this idea of having a foundation for a MonkeDAO app ecosystem. I kind of just berated a little bit, so I won't talk too much about. Essentially, build, experience, deliver, move fast, try new things, experiment, and make it easy so that as a community, you're empowered to contribute to what you want to see out of the DAO. We don't want to be a blocker. We don't want to be an impediment to moving fast and trying new things and delivering new products and experiences with a slim team funded by that. We want to create an experience and an opportunity for you as a member to have the tools and resources to contribute to what you want to see out of the DAO and what different products, features, and experiences you want to yourself enable, and have the right foundation and infrastructure and support to be able to do so. So yeah, that's kind of the idea of where we want to be. There's this diagram which Distro put together of how this kind of all fits together. As you can see, it all stems from this idea of having this centralized API where we can build and integrate with all of our different products, our different apps, website, Banana Stand, Monkey Maps, Business Center, etc. Integrate and tap into other clients, other dApps, protocols and services within the ecosystem to integrate through this API and deliver that experience fluidly across all of our different apps. And then obviously we have different infra aspects to all of this as well. I'll kind of pause there from the technical side. I'll bring up Adolymous if you want to add anything additional, because I know you've been spending quite a bit of time working on this API stuff and been pretty close to how we're moving towards this vision in this direction. So yeah, if you want to come up, add anything else that I may have missed, or just any extra additional context or color that you want to add to that.
Well, hello. First of all, hello. I feel like you covered a lot on how we want kind of like the structure of the MonkeDAO app ecosystem to be. Because right now, as you all know, we just purchased the banana stuff from MonkeDAO. There are like a lot of processes running. Other than that, we have like the website, we have Monkey Maps, we have a lot of other stuff as well, the DAO voting. So kind of like one place to centralize all those to kind of like streamline the user experience of a MonkeDAO member. So the API is really at the center of all of those. And currently, everything that was built now was built like a year or two ago. You all know that crypto moves fast, and similarly, that software development will also move fast. So there are like newer technologies, faster technologies that we are currently incorporating into this API to make it be like at the gold standard of kind of like how an application should be. And we're trying to get that as smooth as possible to provide the most smoothest user experience. So I think that's about all I can say right now without revealing a lot more about what we're working on right now. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of stuff is in progress, and some of this will be rolling out. And yeah, like I said, Disha was unfortunately tied up with IRL work items, but I think for the next demo session that we will do, there will be an opportunity where if you are more technical and are interested in seeing how we're setting up like the schema and the integrations and all that sort of stuff, Disha will be able to do that at the potentially the next demo session that we have here. So a lot more to come. As you can see, there's a lot of work that's going on behind the scenes. Some stuff that may be visible, some that may not be. But we wanted to ultimately give you all an opportunity to see what it is exactly that we're working on. Hopefully, reaffirm the vision of where we're going and what it is that we're doing and why we're approaching the build and the different building blocks the way that we are, in order to set up the platform to enable us to move quickly as we move forward. But ultimately, in addition to that, to really set up a system and a process in a way that we can have you all as fellow Monkey members, one, have an awesome experience with an awesome platform, an awesome product to use, but also feel empowered and be able to contribute to what it is that we're building and what it'll ultimately lead to into the future. So yeah, any ideas that you all have, any feedback that you all have, we're obviously always open to it. And we want to see how we can make sure that what it is that we're building is making your experience better, and also your opportunity to be engaged and contribute to what it is that we're building. So
yeah, and also sorry to interrupt you, but for those of you who are like have been in the ecosystem for a while or are like developers, you know that one of the biggest advantages of being in like the blockchain space and in the Solana ecosystem is composability. You can build an app using like different parts of each app that are already there on the Solana ecosystem, and build like an app that kind of like aggregates or like brings together all the good things in on different parts of the ecosystem into one place. And we want to build a similar layer on top of MonkeDAO, so different parts of MonkeDAO, you can just go ahead and build your own thing, kind of like a layer, the community layer of Solana.
And that brings us to everything that we wanted to share with you all. We now want to open it up. If there are any other feedback, questions, thoughts on what it is that we've been doing here. Oh, before we do that, one other thing that I didn't slide in here, but I do want to reference to, if you are very interested in how we're continuing our development and what it is that we're picking up in terms of features, or if you have any recommendations or suggestions to things that you'd like to see, we are thinking about bringing back like a community council. So if that is something that you'd like to be interested in, please do reach out to me. I haven't figured out exactly the structure or the process to it yet, but ultimately it'd be a open community council, quote unquote, where you can be more engaged and help with testing or whatever it may be as a community member, to be more involved with the banana stand, should that be something that you desire to be a part of. So do look out for that. I'll be thinking through a little bit more of that, to kind of open up that opportunity for members who may be interested. But yeah, that's everything we wanted to share with you all today. I will now stop talking for a moment and see if anybody has any questions, comments, feedback, anything you'd like to see differently from us with a future demo session, anything you'd like to see us do more proactively, whatever it may be, please do let us know. Cool. Any questions, comments, concerns?
Something I thought that I had a question about, I guess, because you kind of brought it up briefly, was about Build with MonkeDAO. So I kind of wanted to know a little more about what is going on with that.
Yeah, for sure. So we're in regular conversation with the Build with MonkeDAO team. We meet on a weekly basis to stay kind of up to date on what it is that the different grantees that are coming through the program and different things that they're trying to do. Ultimately, we view our connection with the banana stand and the Build with MonkeDAO as like a mutually beneficial partnership where different grantees who get approved through the Build with MonkeDAO program. One of the biggest issues is being a new project and looking for traction and engagement is getting early users. We view monkeys as very knowledgeable power users within the ecosystem who have a lot of experience and expertise interacting and engaging with a bunch of the different Web3 applications, protocols, and services that kind of come to market. So the idea being is if we can tap into our banana stand to drive engagement, usage, feedback, and testing through to those grantee partners by setting up different quests and integrations, that would be mutually beneficial in two ways. One, we can provide early and often feedback to the grantee partners, get them usage, and help them essentially help deliver that go-to-market experience for them with real users, and vice versa on the membership side. By you engaging and interacting and being an early user to that, there are different rewards integrations that we would have for you. So just throwing it out there, one example could be is like, for example, I'll use Jupiter because it's not one of them, but like, for example, say Jupiter was a new protocol or new project coming to market and they wanted to get new users and test out the DCA feature, right? So we can set up a quest in Banana Stand for, hey, Monkey members, go check out this Jupe DCA feature and run some DCA program, and as a result of that, you'll be rewarded with 10 Jupe or whatever. That sort of concept, right? Where we have a membership community and we have power users within our community. We can drive usage, engagement, and interaction and feedback to those grantee partners through the Build with MonkeDAO program, and as a result is help reward and provide benefits to membership for engaging. As you guys probably know, if you're well aware, within the Web3 ecosystem, a lot more products and protocols are looking to get engaged users and feedback, especially when they go to market with new protocols, new programs. And we feel that monkeys are those power users that can benefit from that and also benefit the grantees. So that's kind of the idea. Hopefully that answers the question. But ultimately it would be like, yeah, use our product, try it out, give us feedback, and in return we'll reward you in some way or another. Be it with bananas, be it with tokens, be it whatever. TBD. But that would kind of be the idea behind that. Which goes back to why we designed the quests the way that we did, with like more information and the different steps that you need to take to engage with those different quests. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Justice.
Oh, no, I was just saying thanks. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Any other questions? All right. If there's nothing else now, or if nothing comes to mind now, Feel free to ask us at any other point. Just tag us in any of the chats. If you want any clarity on anything that we presented here, we are always more than happy to provide any feedback or any more insights or address any questions you may have. If there's nothing else, we'll go ahead and end that off here. Like I said, we will try to do this on a semi-regular basis so that you are always aware and up to date with what it is that we're working on. And we look forward to you all being a part of helping us build this platform to be as valuable and as beneficial to you as a member as possible, because at the end of the day, that is what we're doing it for. So yeah, if there's nothing else, we'll go ahead and close it off here.